my food's fresh, other than, big meal prep companies, they may do things in bulk and stuff. So I have a nice personal touch to it. So it's fresh and tasteful. So it's also not very bland and boring like all these big meal preps are. Like they just want to get you the calories and the macros and all the measurements correct. I like to get those things done, but also make it interesting and tasty, like almost like food from a restaurant, so that it keeps it exciting. From a very young age, I've always enjoyed cooking and eating actually, so that kind of inspired me to want to learn how to make food. Start off with watching Food Network and stuff like that, which kind of got me going, and then I just kind of grew from there.
All right, so Ayman, tell us about some of the highlight experiences that you had to go through in order to become a chef that you are today.
So actually one of my good pivotal moments was in high school. So for 2 years I learned basics of how to run a kitchen, how to cook food, how to have a demeanor in a restaurant and kitchen, and also that's where I got my certificates and my certifications, which helped me land my first job and carry on after that out of high school, and projected me further on. I got many years experience in different kind of restaurants. Things like La Madeleine to Cheesecake Factory, which all kind of developed and shaped me who I am in terms of personality and how to handle a kitchen and how to move about a kitchen and how to handle stress and the food rush and that kind of thing and plan ahead. But I also just actually recently got onto that TikTok, that trend now. I'm not really big on it, but I'm doing it just because it's necessary, right? Because you gotta keep up with the times. So on TikTok, I kind of do quick tutorials of what I'm cooking, whether it be my service or just something I'm doing for fun. And that seems to get a lot of good interaction as well.
I can't help but notice that the name of your business is Calor Food. How did you come up with that name?
So actually, it's a good question. I actually started off as turmeric catering, but then decided to kind of take a different route. Calor Food sounds more clean, more chic, and it's short word so that it's memorable. Calor actually means heat in Latin, so obviously heat is a big element in cooking. So that's where it kind of inspired from, the flame and all that. That's where it comes from.
Do you always measure your food, or do you kind of just eyeball some of your ingredients?
Right, so particularly I have a meal prep service involved in my company. Meal preps are very particular in the measurements because mostly athletes or people who are health conscious worry about those things. So in that case, measurement's very key. But in terms of if I'm cooking at home or just for myself, I eyeball it. That's the beauty of cooking actually versus baking, is that you can kind of go about it and kind of change things as you go.
On the topic of food, do you have any go-to dishes that you personally love making, and so do your clients?
Yeah, so I have a few meal prep items that are on my Instagram and on my menu. I have a steak dish with a chimichurri sauce. I'm actually going to show you guys in a little bit. And I have a honey glazed spicy chicken breast also, and then I have a soy glazed salmon. So those are kind of my top 3 meal prep items that the clients enjoy. I also have a few bowl options because bowls are kind of big now, which has just a bowl of food that is kind of has different elements in it, and it makes it more exciting. Guys, I'm going to be making right now a quick chimichurri sauce. This is what I put on one of my top selling meal preps, the flank steak. It's just a simple, fresh, light sauce originating from South America, Argentina in particular. So let's get started. I'm using parsley right now. And then once that's ready, I'm gonna add it to my bowl here. Now this is a great kind of dressing or sauce you can almost put on anything, fish, meat, chicken, on a salad even. What I'm gonna do now is gonna add a little bit of salt. I like using kosher salt, and I use a little red pepper flakes for a little spice. Some garlic powder. Fresh black pepper. Now I'm gonna use a large amount of olive oil ratio to the acid I'm gonna be adding in. So the base is mostly olive oil. And I'm adding a little splash of balsamic vinegar. And then lastly, squeeze of lemon juice for that acid. and then mix it up. And as I mentioned before, you gotta see taste as you go and adjust as you go. I'm seeing it's a little bit dry, so I'm gonna add a bit more olive oil. There you have it. That's the chimichurri sauce. Enjoy.